I'm sad I can't play Monster Hunter.
I'm sad too.
The game, like, honestly, low key, like, it looks like they were like, here's Rise's gameplay. Let's move some of that into our main stuff a little bit. Let's do that. I am laughing so hard, by the way, because you know how everyone's hate for Rise is that one of their biggest hates is the wire bugs make everything too safe, and it feels like everything's safe. You know what you can do in Wilds? If you get knocked to the ground, you can call your dog to pick you up.
It's the same thing.
Yes.
But I bet you they love it.
Actually, I think it's different. I would honestly say it's probably safer. I don't know. I haven't played it yet. I trust. I want to play Wilds. It does look fun. But I want to say it's safer because the dog can pick you up and run you in just a direction. Okay, yeah. The wire bugs literally shoot you up, and a lot of the later monsters
can clap you in the air.
Yeah, in Master Rank will literally just be like, "Yeah, you want to go up there? You sure you want to do that?" Mm-hmm. We have moves specifically built to counter this. It's great.
Yeah.
It made you think about what you had to do. I will say I can't defend the early stuff, the low rank, high rank, because they didn't have that. But when that boy Rajang came out and was like, "Yeah, do you want to wire bug up after getting hit? I'm gonna shoot my laser beam up there. I'm gonna clip your feet."
And it was awesome.
It was awesome. It made you think. You wanted to go to the ground.
Yeah, I wanted to stay down there.
Safety. But yeah, no, other than that, they are borrowing some from Rise. I like that. That's kind of cool for me. Yeah. Love that. Looks pretty fun. Honestly, looks pretty fun. Wish my computer could run it. I have specs for everything except the graphics card.
I think you actually might be able to run it because a lot of what I've noticed isn't graphics card related. It's actually like CPU issues. And you have a really nice CPU.
I do.
So
I shouldn't buy it. I should probably benchmark it first.
You should download the benchmark tool. It's only like 20 gigabytes. I know that's a lot if you're on.
It's whatever. If it gets downloaded, it gets ran, it gets deleted.
Yeah. So, and then there's still that DLS or frame gen and all that shit that they do. So you'll be fine. I'm sure you'll be able to run it.
I'm gonna turn off frame gen.
Please do.
Keep AI out of my games. I don't care what it's used for.
That's fair. That's fair. And you're real for
I'm a purist.
I tried it with frame gen and without frame gen, and with frame gen, it looked worse. Like it was smoother, but it looked like it was jitterier.
Yeah. So from what I hear, frame gen works best at really high frame rates.
If you're getting like 100 FPS and you use frame gen to get 200 FPS, you're already getting 100 FPS.
You're good.
So you're not even really going to be able to perceive that weirdness that comes with frame gen. You're just going to perceive the smoother aspect of it.
But when you're running frame gen at like 20 frames per second, not only does it not look good, it plays not good.
Yeah, and it freaks your brain out too because it feels like you're playing in mud, and it looks just not right. It's just not right.
Yeah, so I don't look forward to it. But I do want to play Wilds. Do a little dance with the hot spider mommy.
I'm gonna probably double down on my stance of I don't know how I feel about Wilds because it's the world's dev team that's doing it.
Yeah, it is. The multiplayer's bad. Please.
Yep, they've made the multiplayer.
Move back to lobbies. Like, I don't know why we're doing what we're doing. Just move back to lobbies.
Didn't they make it so you have to do the stupid cutscene thing
Yeah,
again?
you have to go in by yourself, view the cutscene, and either signal flare so people can join you, or leave and then go in as a party after you've already seen the cutscene, which is stupid and pointless.
Yep.
Please, you know what? Rise did it fine. Everyone could join in no matter where they're at in the story. You run the things on the person backwards. Everyone can be in there because the cutscene happens literally as the intro point to the monster. You don't even enter the map yet. It's literally just, here's the monster. Here's a haiku or whatever about the monster. It's really cool.
Yeah, haikus were cool.
Let's do that again.
Well, we'll get that when the
next one
portable
comes out.
Yeah. Maybe not haikus and stuff.
What do you think we're going to call it? You know what we need? You know what we should get? Gen Ultimate 2.
I agree. I really do. I think if the portable team did another Generations Ultimate, or hell, even if they just ported Generations Ultimate to PC.
Port Generations Ultimate, because it doesn't even look that bad. It looks fine.
Yeah.
But port Gen Ultimate to PC and add DLC that adds literally all the new monsters that have released after Gen Ultimate.
Yeah. Literally just that. Add the maps, maybe not some of the world maps. That wouldn't work in the engine.
It wouldn't, no. I don't know. See,
maybe you could scale them down.
I didn't care for the old style maps. Like they're fine, they work, but like it's the section off, so you have to go to this and then loading screen to the next one. Well, I didn't care for that too much. I would like them to reimagine the maps, since they are about the same size, as Rise style maps.
I mean, yeah, literally all they would do is just.
But see, I'm just sounding like a Rise fanboy again. There's a reason for it.
While I really like the older Monster Hunter games, the loading screen wasn't there for gameplay reasons. It was there for technical reasons.
Yeah.
A lot of the consoles they were running on were... It was the PSP, the 3DS, the Wii. These were consoles that, sure, the Wii could handle it, but...
The others couldn't.
Others couldn't. And it was running in the same engine, that MT framework. So they just need to can just update it and use Rise's system.
Honestly, I would be perfectly fine that I guess at that point, Gen Ultimate 2, Rise, whatever.
Add Rise
I wouldn't
content.
say system. Like, make the fighting styles, bring back the way Gen Ultimate played with like the fighting styles and all that.
Yeah.
Just every monster in the game.
Yeah. The only things that they left out were stuff like the
Colossals, I think, like your big fights.
Stuff that was like in Monster Hunter Tri or
the water. Bring that back. I'm fine with that. It's not
the
greatest, but
they left that out because, well, one, it wasn't very popular.
Yeah.
And two, it didn't mesh with any of the rest of the gameplay.
Understandable.
So
I'm fine with it. Bring it back. We want a Smash Bros. Ultimate version of Monster Hunter. Do we really? Probably not.
Because I thought they brought the Great Lagiacrus back, but they brought specifically just the land section of the fight.
No,
I think that's what they did. Yeah, I mean, and personally, I didn't mind the underwater combat. I thought it was fine.
I never played these older ones. Like, I started with For You, didn't like it, because most people, when they do their first Monster Hunter, they don't know how anything's going, they don't have a friend group, so they try it, and they freaking don't like it. And then eventually they get suckered back in somehow or other. Mm-hmm. Typically, they have a friend group this time that they play with, and oh my god, do they have more fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get baited into Monster Hunter by VTubers, so... And your friends don't let you live that down. I think there's only one person in the world that did that, so...
My Monster Hunter that got me into it was one of the PSP entries. It was, I think it was Frontier Ultimate or something like that. That was a really good game.
What was your first?
3.
Dang, you all beat me. Mine was 4, you. Which people say is one of the better ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really good. And that's where they added some verticality to the gameplay.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Added the insect glaive as a weapon type.
Didn't play that.
Well,
I did because it was new, so I was like, ooh.
It was also incredibly broken from what I hear.
Yes. It was the weapon to play. That was like one of the few times hammer was not my first choice.
I don't remember what I tried to play, but I do remember I got to the stupid elephant monkey. I was like, yep, that's enough for me, dog.
I remember in 3, getting to that bear.
Yeah.
And the bear fucking me up.
Is it the same bear in Rise?
Yeah.
I forget its name.
Azurus or something?
God. We made fun of him, and then he comes back in Rise with what was
in
that?
Master Rank?
Master Rank something. It was where they blood crazed.
Yeah. And then he just
fucks
you.
God.
Yeah, it gave me flashbacks.
Ready for that.
It gave me flashbacks to 3 Ultimate when you first fight him, man, he just fucks you up. He was nasty in that. Well, it didn't help that, like, I was not very good at Monster Hunter back then.
Same.
Yeah.
I was a kid.
Dude, I don't remember the original, like, bear fight, but I remember that was the guy they wanted, like, trying to teach you how to capture a monster.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I was so fucking stupid. I don't know how I didn't understand what it wanted me to do.
Yeah, he was the one monster I caught, and I never did it again.
I don't remember. Rise, I think, did that as a side quest. I don't remember who they even tried to have you. It was something easy.
Yeah.
I want to say it was the Dodo.
I think it was Dodo.
Yeah. I think you're right.
But, oh God. Why was the Dodo easy and low rank? And then when you get into, like, Master...
He was still easy.
Yeah.
It was still easy. It was just you.
It
was just you, buddy.
Dude. He was stunning me every go. He was dropping rocks on my head. I was like, what is happening? What was I playing at that point? I was not playing the gun. I wasn't playing the hammer, I don't think, because I was playing the glaives. I was bouncing off of them. It was like, this is obnoxious. How do you guys fight this thing?
Hammer.
Yeah. Hammer is always the solution,
dude. You just whack things.
Yeah. And if the thing bounces off, you whack harder.
You whack harder
until it breaks apart.
Oh, did you play Hammer in Wilds yet?
Yes.
Does it have Worlds or does it have Rise's style?
I don't remember. That was during the beta, and I was too busy going, why does everything look like Play-Doh?
I want to figure it out, because, like, I know people are going to say they're roughly the same. It's a hammer. It's always... No, they're vastly different.
No. Hammer plays different from Classic to World, super different. And then from World to Rise, super different.
I will tell you right now, like, I'm a monkey brain. And them just saying, all right, pick your stance. You don't drop out of the stance. Even if you lower your hammer or you get hit or whatever, you're just in your stance. Congratulations. Dumb down the thing for me. I really don't care. It made it very fun. Because in Worlds, going into your strength stance, if you put away your hammer or you get knocked down, you exit strength stance. You have to remember to enter it back in to get your whole different moveset that you kind of want to have.
Yeah.
Not only that, but I'm pretty positive they shifted some of the abilities around to put them in stances, I guess, that they thought would feel better. Because if I remember right, the running attack with the hammer in Rise in strength mode is the running attack in Worlds that's not in strength mode, which is very jarring. But other than that, hammer fun in both games. It's just my brain has to remember which game I'm playing. And I hope that Wilds, even though it probably wouldn't have, I hope that it did take Rise's hammer. Because, like, that was good.
Yeah. And, well, apparently Wilds runs on the Steam Deck.
That's what I keep seeing you guys post.
I haven't...
You didn't try it. I know.
It's, like, tempting now.
Well, if you... look up some videos of people playing it on their Steam Deck, and if you think it looks good enough to play, then hell, dude. Jose's got the game, he's playing it. Darrell's got the game, he's playing it. And the game's got crossplay, apparently, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, from what I hear, it does. And I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but bad multiplayer.
Right. But, new Monster Hunter.
Like, I'll dunk on Worlds for not being Rise, and I still enjoyed my time playing Worlds more than a lot of other games.
Yeah.
And I will also like Wilds more than a lot of other games. Like, again, dunk on it, but at the end of the day, Monster Hunter fun.
When World came out, it was the reason I bought a PS4. I had a lot of fun. Well, because, it released on PC like a couple years after.
Yeah, it took a minute to port.
And... it was a great game, and I still think World is a great game. It's just not the same kind of game as the classic ones.
Yeah.
Rise feels a lot closer to the classic games. And for good reason. It's done by the portable team, which is usually the ones that do most of the...
The ones that everyone raves about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the ones everyone raves about are 4U and GU.
Yeah, and... yeah.
I'm waiting for the day that Rise gets accepted into that category of being raved about.
And, portable...
Okay, by us it makes sense. Maximilian dude played GU and he said this is like one of the greatest games ever. He said the only thing he's sad about is Wilds is releasing very soon, so he's got to shelf it for Wilds. But he's very much looking forward and expecting to go back to GU.
It's one of those games where I'm like, if everyone was interested, I could like compile a copy of the emulator and game legally, of course. I mean, I own the game several times over, actually.
I own the game.
And then we would play that through the emulator, and it'd run just fine.
I would love to.
Okay. Well,
watching people play it, I would say like I would play this.
I will have to see what I can do later, then. And then it would obviously run perfectly fine on the Steam Deck, because the Steam Deck is like a Switch, but better in every way.
Yeah, Nintendo.
Yeah. Until the Switch 2 comes out.
Steam Deck's probably still better, than let's honestly be honest.
Yeah, because it's Nintendo running the show. And I don't know, man. Nintendo just needs to start putting their games on the computer.
Agreed. It's probably still good to play them,
prints money.
I'd play Pokemon.
No, keep it away from me. Pokemon's been mid for years.
I'd be down to play X and Y on the computer.
See? Dude, that, the new one that's coming out, what'd you think of that?
Mid.
Yeah,
You guys are getting Pokemon baited again. You're gonna play it and you're like, this is the same as all the other ones. It's
No.
No.
This one's a Legends game, so it's gonna play like Legends Arceus.
Yeah, but it's taking place just in the city.
The city's fucking huge. It looks like an urban, like dystopian, like post-apocalyptic in the sense where nature's reclaimed the city. So that stage of...
Are we playing as 2B or 9S?
If they were done in the Pokemon style, sure. So it's that kind of style. They brought... Okay. They're doing it so that it's in the same universe where Megas are. So there's Mega Evolution. So the one mechanic that people actually really liked is coming back.
They like that the best out of all the gimmicks, but they don't like it.
I liked it.
I thought Megas were pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was the only unique thing, because the Terrastellation or whatever,
it's stupid. It
was stupid.
Listen,
the gigantic form was super stupid.
Listen, my favorite monster went from having one ponytail mouth to two ponytail mouths, so I was fine with it. I thought it was cool.
Mine was a fire chicken that turned into an even cooler fire chicken, so...
No, my favorite was a gangsta that had a ponytail mouth. And what'd she get? More gangsta with two ponytail mouth.
There was one Pokemon that got ripped off in the Megas, and that was Greninja.
Poor guy. I don't remember his.
Ash's Greninja was his Mega.
Oh, bro, so we got a hat?
Yeah.
Dang.
Man, you talk about getting ripped off.
And imagine, the worst character in Pokemon at that?
Greninja's the worst?
No, Ash.
Oh, Ash? Yeah, Ash is the worst.
Of all the things that you could do, you could be like, Kat, you're distracting everybody. You could just be like, we're going to put in like, Gary's Greninja.
True. I'd vastly prefer Gary's Greninja.
He'd KO your Pokemon and then say, smell you later. Right away in a Corvette with multiple women.
Damn. Nope. I forgot Gary gets bitches.
Nope. Freaking Ash's Greninja. He gets a hat and loses.
Damn. At least they didn't do that with anything else, because they could have given us Ash's Charizard or something.
True, and we don't want that.
We don't want that.
We don't want that.
Are you ready for Charizard to have a third Mega
Oh my
Evolutions
god,
form.
I'm so tired of him. He's like, I didn't even like him in Gen 1. He was okay. He was honestly my least favorite of the three, and they will not shelf him. They will not shelf him.
I picked. I had a Pokemon Blue, but I chose Charizard.
Oh my god.
Dude, it's a dragon, and I was 6.
I mean, true.
Do I want a fucking flower
Yes!
dog? No.
Yes!
Do I want a turtle?
Hell yes!
It's
Blastoise
either
was the one
Blastoise or-
Sorry, Squirtle was the one I chose. I was like, immediately like,
It's
yeah,
what I chose the
please.
second time, but first time, dragon.
No. And I love
Dragon that
yeah.
punched the shit out
I
of
love
me.
everyone's cope for like saying the reason they chose. Well, I mean, fire is rare in this game. Okay, buddy.
So was dragon type.
say the real reason.
Literally, there's
The
one dragon
fire
type.
He wasn't dragon.
He
type,
wasn't
though.
dragon.
I know. I'm saying so was dragon. Like
Yeah.
the typing was the dragon was super rare.
Yeah.
But you don't see a lot of people going, "Oh my god!" to the what was that one called?
The starter.
Dragonite?
Dragonite. Yeah,
Oh.
thank you. People don't care
Charizard
about
that was
Dragonite.
dropped on his head.
They-
That was my opinion of him.
I thought he looked more like the Dragon Tales dragons than he did about the
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
he was
like,
just less cool
I don't know.
Charizard.
yeah,
I was never the biggest of fans of Charizard. He was okay. He's aight.
Such a stupid name, Dragonite.
That's a good name.
Dragon Tales.
He does look
I used to
goofy
watch
though.
the
Like
shit
I
out
wish
of
they
that.
would have. I wish
Because
they
he's a
would have.
European dragon.
I wish they would have stuck with the Dratini look.
Yes, it would have looked cool.
Dude, an Eastern Dragon.
Because Dragon Air was like fire design.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, Goofy Dumbo.
Yeah. Have you seen Grandpa?
Yeah.
No.
I love that one. It's so funny to me. It's an old man dragon. It's a dragon with a big white beard.
Oh, okay. See, I thought you were making a joke or something. So like, are you trying to say
No,
like,
no, it's a
like Dragonite, but he had his cup filled with all the liquids. His eye is sagging.
Oh.
Yeah, I gave him a fucking suicide drink.
I was sitting here like, is this a meme? I don't get what is happening.
No.
Are you trying to make Wayne laugh? Like I just don't know. Because you said Drampa.
Yeah,
Like,
he's a dragon grandpa. That's the whole gimmick of the Pokemon. Not that you're
I
gonna
love
give
that
him a
meme.
mixed drink and have him go seize up on
101-year-old
the
great grandpa. Actually, no, I'm like, when he asked for sweet tea.
Oh my god.
Oh man, that's genuinely. I thought you were going. It's like, are you trying to make Wayne laugh with your joke? Because I'm not following.
No, I was just talking about an actual Pokemon.
Glad to know they made that an actual Pokemon.
Yeah.
As always.
Have you seen the Ghost Dragon Pokemon?
No.
It looks cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's like a little ship.
Okay. Is it captained by an orangutan?
Dude, not that kind of ship. A spaceship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, man. But anyways, I think that new Pokemon game looks fine. I will probably play it depending on if it runs at 5 frames a second or not.
I can tell you what I'm doing.
Hmm.
Not playing it.
Yeah, you don't play Pokemon.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Until some streamer plays Pokemon.
Nope, not true. Hollow Knight, every release goes through a massive Pokemon arc. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I'm still not playing.
But
it.
it's not Shawnee Do. If Shawnee Do plays Pokemon.
I can't say no because he did play Moonstone Island, and I thought that's on my wish list of mine, which is just Stardew Pokemon. But if he played actual Pokemon, still no. Ain't getting me. Maybe Floydson though. Get the Aussie to play Pokemon. That's still no. I'm lying, but you know, for
You
jokes.
say that, but
I do have one. The legendary LA Beast Pokemon stream.
You know, out of all the people that would play a game like that, he
probably would be the most likely.
He could do that.
He would do that. I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how old his kid is. Has to be about a year at this point. So too young for Pokemon. Give him a few more years.
A few more years. Yeah.
I hope he skips the Pokemon phase and we start with, like, you know, like the old NES games, like Ninja Turtles and Punch Out.
Fester's Quest.
Fester's Quest. I can't believe I watched someone play that game.
That is wild. I was like, Fester's Quest? I haven't heard that in a long time. Holy shit.
Sorry, I can't join Discord and talk to you guys. I'm watching a speedrunner play Fester Quest.
I like looked over in my bookshelf and I'm like, I still got that one, right? Oh yeah, it's right there.
Game is not good.
No, not good at all.
That seems to be what a lot of people are making him play. It's not good games. They're hard because they're not good. I'm realizing this. Because he's played Fester's Quest, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, not the number 3 one. He's getting ready to play Echo the Dolphin.
Okay, that one's good.
The OG?
Yes, that one's good. I've played through that one and the second one, and I've also played through the Dreamcast ones.
They made him play, what was it? Bart Simpson versus the space aliens or mutants or whatever.
So are they just going through the AVGN list of games?
I think so, honestly, because they made him play Silver Surfer.
Just like, all right, what is James
Where's
Waldo shit on?
The original Where's Waldo on Nintendo.
Okay,
yeah. That was awful. What else did he play? He's played a handful, but I can't remember their names. Both Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts. Literally, whatever iteration you want to make them do.
So they just went. All right, what is James Rolfe played? Okay, yeah, let's send him this.
Lion King.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
Wow,
that makes sense.
Those are, I mean, a lot of those games I own because I've seen James Rolfe play him, and they look terrible.
I will say, majority of those games are not the greatest.
They're bad.
They're bad. They're difficult because they're
Silver
bad.
Surfer has some kick-ass music.
It does have some pretty good music. There are a few games though on that list that are hard because they're actually hard. Like the Lion King, that's actually a pretty decent game.
Ghosts and Goblins.
Outside of a couple things, Ghosts and Goblins is insanely good.
Music is amazing. Game is really hard, unforgiving, unfair.
Unforgiving for no reason. I think they even make you loop in the very first one for no reason.
Correct.
Because, like, I know Super makes you loop for the bracelet. It won't drop until you're in the loop, or the second loop. The first one, I'm pretty positive you don't need the bracelet. You can just beat it as is. They just make you loop for no reason. It's like, why are you guys a bunch of dickheads?
Well, because it was an arcade game. They wanted to get more coins from you.
So, yeah, like, watching that, I didn't realize that. I was like, wow, that's kind of mean.
That's Capcom.
That's Capcom. But, yeah. So I don't know why, the YouTuber is Grand Pooh Bear. I should probably say his name. I've followed him for years because of the Mario scene. He's a Mario speedrunner and also a Kaizo Mario player. He plays a bunch of fan-made ROM hacks and whatnot.
So can he be LJ?
Yes.
Okay. That's step one to being a Mario speedrunner.
Yeah. Yes, he can.
Okay.
He can do all the tech. He can do he can do like the shell jumps and all that jazz.
Oh, cool.
So he's good. He plays Kaizos. He also has ROMs. I don't want to say every year, but every few years I think someone makes a Grand Pooh World ROM hack for him to play through.
That's cool.
So yeah, but he's pretty cool. He's branching out away. Like I think he still does Mario stuff and whatnot, but he's branching more into variety. But variety and still the old school games. So
Okay.
that's cool. Grow your channel.
I know a lot of people are trying to branch away from Nintendo.
Yes. They did some pretty sketchy stuff throughout the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So people trying to get out of there, and understandably. But yeah, so I got back into watching him, and that's what I've been watching.
Sometimes I'll still wake up and it'll be autoplay will send me into AVGN season 5 entirety, so it's like an 8-hour video, and I'm like 5 hours in.
Buddy.
Man, is this where James gets most of his views nowadays? Is people falling asleep?
That wouldn't shock me. That's just how some people do it.
I mean,
be sleep content, my guy.
yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Well, I wake up and I hear ass.
Maybe don't do that.
Yeah, he's not the best one to be asleep to.
I'm shocked you could sleep through it, honestly.
Well, if as long as someone is speaking, as long as they're not
Screaming,
which
doesn't he do that?
he does it, but his audio levels are normalized, so it's not.
It doesn't come off as screaming.
Yeah, because there's been some content creators that will do their a yell or something out of nowhere, and it's way louder than the rest of their video. I immediately click off them.
Yes.
There was someone who did like Sonic content, who I watched for a little while, and then
Nice catch.
yeah,
He's prepared for cat. Anyway, Sonic content for a while.
and out of nowhere in one of his videos, he just had like a really loud. He just screamed out of nowhere while I was trying to sleep. Woke me up, and I'm like,
yeah.
Yep, unsubscribe, blocking this guy. I do not want to ever hear from him again, and I never did.
It took me a long time to find the videos that I sleep to. Because, like, I would turn on, like, a person, and they'd be, for the most part, fine, but there would always be a part in the video that's too loud. I will say the videos I have, she doesn't get as loud as the other one, so it's fine. It doesn't phase me, but she does have a few parts because she's playing Minecraft, so naturally Minecraft is the scariest game ever made.
Right.
And so she gets scared and
Screams.
shocked. So I wouldn't say screams, but yeah, there is shock. So her voice levels do rise a little bit, and I'm like, man.
Well, if I ever need background noise, I just play like one of Fauna's Yapping games.
I should.
Because there's no screaming. Fauna always keeps a low voice, and it's just yap, 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 and then your brain goes, which is nice.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanna, like do a hard mode sleep, you'd turn on Ollie.
I could just turn on that Sonic YouTuber and then get Russian roulette if I'm gonna get fucking screamed at or not. Jesus Christ.
Granted, to be fair to Ollie, she is always that loud. So
True. That's
you
the
can
normal
you
volume.
can
You'd
normalize.
wake up if she
right?
was quiet.
Something be wrong.
Now, someone I couldn't do that to is Gerard, because like there'll be moments where he's talking
Oh my
normally,
god.
and then he'll turn on the Markiplier voice and turn it to 11 and scream.
And then bam, your eardrums are gone.
Yeah, and I'm like, huh?
What are you doing?
I will be like that grandpa me.
Oh, I love my dinosaur idiot. He's so great.
Oh my god.
For half a second, I thought you were calling me your dinosaur idiot.
You're not a dinosaur VTuber. Though honestly, I could see Wayne being a dinosaur VTuber of all the things.
If he was a VTuber, he'd be a dinosaur
He'd be
VTuber.
a dinosaur VTuber.
Okay.
I can't say shit. I'm the same way. I'm loud as hell. No,
Would you
I'm
rather
not
be-
a dinosaur VTuber. I'm just loud.
Would you
I can't-
rather us call you a Catboy VTuber or
Do
something?
you want to be a catboy VTuber?
No.
Okay, except the dinosaur
Except
VTuber.
the dinosaur. You could be a vampire,
Plague Doctor.
plague doctor.
You could be a Plague Doctor dinosaur.
Yo, Loki though.
Right.
The mask just sits on the dinosaur. Heck yeah.
Might as well wear it
I-
like a party hat.
I can't give Gerard and Ollie shit. I'm just as loud as they
You are very loud. You would be
There's
you
a
would be
reason the
perfect
microphone sits over there and we only need one.
I'm sure you saying you're loud peaked the mic.
That wouldn't shock me. That's just a skill we have.
That's true.
Natural skill. It wasn't our choice. Oh, man. Anyways, back to video games. We segued to VTubers long enough to annoy Wayne. Any video games you guys doing? You just got your graphics card back after your computer decided to brick itself, so...
Yep.
You're just getting back into the swing of things.
I've been replaying Fantasy Life in preparation for the new one.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's been fun.
Heck yeah.
I ordered some computer parts for not my computer, but so this weekend I'm going to be going down and picking up an arcade machine.
Oh shoot!
That's got a regular desktop inside of it, but the desktop's got Windows XP.
Oh,
it's old.
Sounds like it.
But
that's the best one though. So
the shell of it is fine, and all the hookups are still. It's just like USB, and it's probably got DVI or some old shit like that for the video hookup.
Yeah.
But if I put a modern system in there, it'll be just fine.
Yeah.
My plan with it is, since it's a 6-button, 2-player, so 2 6-button arcades.
Fighting games. I can already see it.
And then it's got a trackball in the center, so you can play like Centipede and shit too if you really wanted.
Okay.
But yeah, no, fighting games. First thing I'm gonna do is load up Guilty Gear on it and see how that plays.
Dang, I was hoping for like Street Fighter 2 or something.
Well, it's probably actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to boot it up with the computer in there, and it's got Street Fighter. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, has to.
It was from some Mountain Dew. One of those things where you like save a bunch of bottle caps and send them in.
Oh yeah.
It was a reward for that.
That's wild. They used to give those kind of rewards for that stuff. We don't have that anymore.
No, not at all.
They're just like, save up 20,000 bottle caps. We'll give you a skin in Halo.
Yeah, essentially. But no, it looks ugly as sin because it looks like a giant Mountain Dew.
So repaint it.
Yep, it's getting repainted.
Paint it with Warhammer.
Warhammer? There's no Warhammer fighting games.
There should be.
There should be. I agree. That would be cool. Nah, it might get Grand Blue on it or something. That'd be kind of cool. Actually, it'll probably be Street Fighter, but
Guilty Gear.
Could be Guilty Gear.
It's not going to be Combat.
It's not going to be Mortal Kombat. It's not shaped like it's not a 5-button. So
no.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat. You can't even use their arcade sticks because they got the weird. It's like an X shape for their button layout.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
There's a reason we don't play Mortal Kombat. There are many reasons we don't play Mortal Kombat. But low key though, I wouldn't say in the same arcade, like not arcade style, in the same fighting style of Mortal Kombat, but like do a Warhammer fighting game with like fatalities and what, like you can't use fatalities, but with like finishers and it's gory. Do that because that's what Warhammer is, anyways. Do that.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be really cool. Do it like Killer Instinct or something.
Yeah. I'm in a Sister of Battle. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna play church hymns and drop churches on people. Why? Awesome.
What studio should make that though? Like
the same studio that makes every great fighting game.
Arxis. That would be their first like not anime collab.
I mean,
I'm not complaining. I would love it if they did.
Yeah,
but
if you want me to be realistic.
Do you think NetherRealm would do it?
No, they would try.
Actually,
they wouldn't do that.
Exist?
They would just pull someone. They would just pull a big name from Warhammer and put them in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
But if you want my honest opinion, Warhammer should reach out to the Hololive community and be like, "Hey, y'all are really cracked at making these fan games."
Oh, okay. I was like, "Where are you going with this one?"
Y'all are really cracked at making these fan games.
Yeah.
Let's collaborate. Like, get the people who did Idol Showdown. They did pretty good.
Yeah. They've taken a long time to do some stuff, though.
Yeah. They did pretty good.
But it's a free game, so like...
But Kay, I mean, he does a Hollow Cure. Like, it wouldn't shock me if at some point there ended up a fighting game in it, but...
Dude, that would be so cool.
But, like, come on.
Because I love the sprite work that they do for that game, for Hollow Cure.
Yeah.
So that would be awesome. Put a fighting game in there. Double down and add more Jump King.
He's already confirmed.
Good. As he should.
Jump King part. The Tower 2 is coming.
And please flesh out the casino a bit more.
Yeah.
I would love the casino to be fleshed out. Add more games to it.
Because right now it's just you go in there and you spam a button until you either win or you don't.
Yeah.
There's not much skill unless you wanted to do math.
What more games you want in there? Math.
Put Balatro in there.
Balatro?
Yeah, like straight up, just put Balatro in there. You think I'm joking? I'm not
I'm
joking.
not joking. I would do it too. I'd Balatro.
You don't have to put exactly Balatro, but change the homework. Balatro. Yeah, put Halatro in there, please.
It's spelled Holo.
Yeah. Please do it. I'd play that. I would love that.
God, I would play that so much.
To get the Pecora coins, definitely.
Balatro. Or, since I could already hear myself being corrected by Jose,
Yeah.
it's Balatro.
Oh, so it'd be Halatro?
No, it doesn't work. We don't like Halatro.
Oh, okay. No Halatro.
It's Balatro.
The creator says he doesn't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, the creator said, I don't know what the...
I don't know what he... Listen, I love him. He made a fantastic game. His answer for everything is, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And I love it so much.
The game was like a crazy success. And it wasn't one of his... Has he done a couple other games before this, or was this his first?
All his games he does is private. The only reason he released this one is because a few friends convinced him to put it out there for other people to play. But he makes games for literally just for fun for a handful of people, just for fun.
Wow, that's crazy.
And this only came out because his friends convinced him to do it, and then it blew up. So we might never ever get another game from him.
Fair.
Which I'm fine with.
He's probably set for life.
He is set for life.
Balatro's selling, that's for sure.
He made a fantastic game. One of the best. Revolutionized the card game.
Someone ported the game to the DS.
That's incredible. Are we about to enter is Balatro about to enter the Skyrim era of its life where it gets ported to literally every console ever?
I'd say right now it's in the, it's going to be in the Doom phase where can it run Balatro? Because Balatro is in an open source engine where you don't need the source code for the game.
Yeah.
Because the game is literally just a zip file.
Yeah.
That's got all the assets.
Is that why it's so easy to mod?
Yes.
That makes sense. I see mods for everything in it.
And so you can take the assets of the game and run it in just the basic, because the game runs in Love 2D.
Yeah.
You can run that on anything that Love 2D is ported on, as long as it's the version of Love that he used.
Okay.
So like I think it's like 11.5 or something. It can just run Balatro.
So that works on a lot of things, ironically enough.
So like Wii U, apparently DS.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Insane.
Samsung smart fridge. What?
Yeah. Right?
A mouse's brain.
Oh.
I thought that was badass. Teaching neurons to play Doom.
Right. That's super cool. But anyways, games I've been playing. I've been on a kick of 2 games specifically. The smaller one would be Don't Starve. I got back in my Don't Starve kick. And that immediately got shelved because I got super serious in playing Stardew Valley again. What do I mean by super serious? Animation canceling and
You've also been playing Warframe a little bit.
Yeah, I've been playing a little bit of Warframe, jumping back into it here and there. But a lot of Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
A lot of it. Like, in fact, once the podcast ends and we all, go home and whatnot, I'm going to turn on Stardew Valley most likely.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. I have a winter to get through right now.
Damn.
Yeah. So no farming, very little fishing because I already caught the glacier fish, so that's done. Only time I really have to fish is during the night market, so I can get those 3 fish out of the way. I'm gonna be spending a heck of a lot of times basically practicing my skull caverns and seeing if I can deep dive it and how far I can get because my money's gonna be coming from iridium for the winter.
Okay. Makes sense.
So yeah. My goal has moved from can I complete the community center in year 1, which is almost done, to can I get level 10 in all skills by the end of year 1. and that is very close. I think I messed it up only because my farming isn't level 10, it's level 9. There's not much I can do for farming in the winter. Just animals. So I'm very dependent on my animals right now to do that. But my mining is level 10 and my fishing is level 10. So I've got those two out of the way. Foraging is easy, and the last one is combat, which I don't know where I'm at. I'm at level 9 on the other 3, so I can. It's a possibility. The possibility is there. AKA, I am not playing this game like a casual at all.
Understandable. Sometimes you just gotta go balls to the wall.
It's just
why?
funny when people do that in the most like casual game ever.
Cookie clicker.
That too, yeah.
True, that is a game that you've been playing for a long time.
I wouldn't say playing. It is currently still running in the background. Yes, though it is.
Well, it was like that idle game I was.
Idle Devil, I think.
I mean, yeah, I beat that one.
Oh, you beat that one?
Yeah, I 100% of the achievements. I'm considering that.
Bro, why does Cookie Clicker have these satanic achievements?
I don't know, because like the last achievement I got for the game was 200 hours, and I was because like I got everything
to near 2,000 hours at this point.
I got like all of the achievements but that one at 100 hours in. So I was like, do I really just have to do almost nothing for? I mean, I still played the game. I kept going up the tower, which, by the way, people said that tower ended at level 2,000.
That's a lie.
That was a lie. I was up at 10,000, and I was like, this shit's still going.
It's still going. Do they mean like it looped?
No.
It just, okay. Because, yeah, no. I guess Cookie Clicker update for anybody who's interested. I am still gathering sugar lumps via an automatic garden to finish off. I think I have 5 or 6 buildings left. I'm just over halfway done with getting all the buildings to level 10. And then quite literally after that, all I have to do is actually play the game, because I have to do the whole golden cookie chain, so I can do a clicker combo to get 1 Treventigillion cookies in one play. AKA, I have to speed up my gameplay by thousands of years in one combo. And let me tell you, I don't look forward to learning to do that.
That's fair.
But once I've done that, I am literally 100%ing the game. Outside of having played the game for a year. And I can turn the game off to do that. I just have to reboot it on the day I first started.
Okay.
So I am almost done with Cookie Clicker. I think I have maybe a few more months of sugar lump gathering.
Almost done. Just a few more months.
Just a few more months of that, and then I have to do the combo. Listen, it's almost done. He says.
So that means. So I had this video idea.
I am not filming myself playing Cookie Clicker.
You don't need to film yourself. I'll just need your input on auto clicker games or idle games.
Okay.
Because I've been playing idle games.
I'm sorry.
Specifically, because I don't really like idle games.
So what's the why am I doing this to myself?
I'm trying to figure out, and I'm going to make a video on this.
Okay.
Why do people play idle games?
That is
Numbers
a very good question. Because the easiest answer is numbers go up, and the idle games.
But numbers
really
can go up in a game that's fun.
Yes.
So why?
I will give you the easiest answer I have. That game has like 600 achievements in it, and my dumbass brain thought that's 600 very easy achievements that won't take too terribly long to get.
You could have got 600 achievements in like 5 games in this.
Oh, I still am. It just sits in the background. I'm not playing Cookie Clicker because Cookie Clicker, outside of here and there tasks, doesn't need to be played. I got baited
with
by
mods.
Shawnee Do. Yeah, true. With mods. I am using a mod that automates the garden, because if you don't automate the garden, the amount of sugar lumps you need to level 10 all the buildings is I want to say about 2 or 3 years worth.
Yeah.
The garden speeds this up because if you fully get every seed and then sacrifice it to, I think, mosquitoes or hornets, I think it's hornets, they give you 10 sugar lumps. So that tremendously speeds up the process because that's just 10 free sugar lumps.
Right.
The garden takes a lot of paying attention to, or you need to mod it to be automated. Now, there are going to be people that argue that that's cheating, and I 100% agree with you. It is cheating. But it is a lot less cheating than literally just giving myself the sugar lumps.
True, which you could just do.
I could just do and be done with this. I could just give myself the sugar lumps, like give myself 1,000 of them, complete all my buildings, do my stupid achievement, fast forward my computer ahead in time, and have all the achievements done.
Does the fast forwarding ahead work though?
Yes. Yeah. You can fast forward ahead in time. I can set my computer to the date that says the I've been playing for a year, and it will give me the achievement on Steam.
Wow.
Do I want to do that? No.
Right.
I want to. While I say I want to do it as legit as possible, I am using a mod to automate the garden. I want to do it as legit as possible in a timely fashion. I do not want my game to sit there for the next 4 years. Then I log into it, spend all my sugar lumps, and say, there, I've 100%ed the game.
You know, it'd be wild if Cookie Clicker was actually a Bitcoin miner in the background.
Dude, I'm getting scammed.
And you're getting scammed on power.
They better be giving me that Bitcoin.
Right?
Give me it.
They're mining Ethereum back there.
Darn right. But yeah, no. So that's Cookie Clicker progress. It's about what you expect. I think I finished 1 or 2 buildings since telling everybody.
Jose asked me this. Why doesn't Chris play Banana?
It's a Bitcoin farmer. It has, I think, 1 achievement.
I think so.
Yeah, click the banana. Not worth it.
I said, Chris ain't about the NFTs in Bitcoin.
No.
But
no. Cookie Clicker don't have NFTs, I don't think.
No.
It hasn't given me shit, except headaches.
You know what? Fair. And what a game.
What a game. But why do people play idle games? Something to look at on occasion. Very slow, like linear into exponential, back into linear progress. Something you can have just boot up for a minute, touch, do the thing, let it sit for another week or 2, be happy. Why do you play a Gooner bait?
Oh, well, it fits with the channel theme.
It does fit with the channel theme.
So,
yes. You guys get to talk about it now.
Exactly, that's what this was leading to. Was one of those games that I was playing specifically for the content of the game or of the channel, but also because it's funny. Was Enigma of Sepia. It's a mobile game that came out recently. That literally is just one of those idle games that you go on and you roll for JPEGs.
Yes. But these JPEGs.
The JPEGs are female, they're gender bent variants on shonen characters. So there's like a female version of Luffy, a female version of Dio, etc.
I will say I'm disappointed with their Naruto.
Same.
Naruto has the sexy jutsu. They could have literally just took that.
Instead they did some weird, like, I don't even want to know what you'd call it.
Yeah.
It just
he literally, right. he canonically does that.
Yeah.
You had your option.
But then they're open to more lawsuits than they already are.
That is true.
This is true.
That's why I give this game a month.
To see how good Idol is?
No.
Oh.
A month before it gets shut down.
Oh, okay. But they're not even named the same. It's just
True.
slight themes.
Okay, slight themes is a
Slight
little...
themes.
That's stretching it a little bit. Because there's literally fucking L in there, and he's got...
An apple.
And the Death Note book.
Does it say Death Note on
It does.
That's funny.
It just straight up says it.
That's
Dude,
funny.
that
I
pisses
didn't
me
look
off
at
because
that hard.
the bipolaris lady keeps saying, like, talking about vampires.
Yeah.
Just say ghouls then.
No.
And then you've got Dio and Jotaro, and they're straight up just talking about their shit. And you've got fucking Naruto character talking about Naruto shit.
Wait,
They got
so
Joker.
Dio and Jotaro, do they have their sits with them?
Their sits?
Yeah, their sits. Legally distinct stands?
Yeah, they
Yes,
stand.
they do. They do have their stands, and their stands look almost the same.
Are they called stands?
I have no clue what they're called.
That's why I made the joke. The sits.
I would assume they're called... But yeah, no, Dio even just fucking does the thing.
He yells Zawarudo.
Yeah.
I guess she's sorry.
Yeah, she. Excuse you.
Excuse you.
And then there's Sanji, and I'm like, wow, Sanji would love this.
He would.
I saw Joker.
Yeah.
I got Joker.
They've got Joker from the hit game Persona 5.
I was trying to figure out which one.
Anime Joker,
Not the one who farts.
not the one who wants to fuck Pokemon.
It's just an innocent little low honey.
Won't be innocent for too long.
There's no laws against Pokemon, Batman. There's no laws.
Oh,
No, Joker, wait.
Oh man, but yeah, no. So that game gives me really bad anxiety every time I open it because there's a million red dots.
They don't go away.
Welcome to my world. I'm never touching that game then.
Because I go in, well, they do go away on most things.
I will
for
tell
me.
you whenever I open up Zenless, my brain aneurysms because I don't play it as often as I should, which I should do. So I get on and there's red dots everywhere. And I'm like, I spend most of my time just getting rid of the red dots. As I get rid of them and I'm exhausted, I'm getting off the game.
So I'll log into this Enigma game every couple days or so, and I'll go in and I'll get rid of all the red dots. It takes about 10 minutes.
That would kill me.
And then I spend all my resources, like I do the
Like a good
dailies.
gacha player, yeah.
Yeah, and then I close the game.
Yeah.
And that's why I have almost every single character in the game.
That makes sense.
I'm missing the new banner that they got. They have one character in it. That's the new 5-star. I'm missing that one. I'm almost there. I've barely been trying in this game, by the way.
They just want the gooner bait.
They like every little bit they try spamming me with a thing, telling me to buy stuff. Doesn't work. I'm not compelled to buy anything because I'm still getting handed everything for free.
Yeah.
And while I love that, if they weren't, I still wouldn't spend money.
Yeah.
So, but then it's also an idle game. So you pick your crew of, I think it's like 6 to 8 people, and then you level them up and you send them out into the field, and then they auto battle.
Who's your crew?
I've got the Sepia character, the one that they named the game after.
I don't want their names. I want the characters like from their shows.
I actually don't know.
I think that's original.
Oh, it's an original? Okay,
Yeah.
so we got Sepia.
It's got Dio, of course,
Dio, okay.
because that's a SSR rank.
Of course you gotta use that.
Yep.
I just do whatever's strongest.
I've got
That's Gilgamesh.
I've got Tokyo Ghoul
Same.
Damn.
because yeah.
I have seen games that look like this.
Yeah, it's not very
Original?
correct. Okay. Yeah.
This UI looks exactly like Epic 7, and it bothers me.
So Sepia,
Okay.
Dio,
Okay.
Morgana.
Archer. In fact, I think that's aged up Chloe from... She looks more like aged up Chloe from Fate Kaleida, Prisma Kaleidia, than she does Archer. But that I'm almost positive is Archer.
And then Celeste. I don't know what is it. Celestis.
Who was that from? I don't know. That's what I
I
can't
see a
figure out.
slime.
That's what I'm trying to think. That's definitely not Slime Boy. I can't think of who that is.
I can't remember who it is.
Anyways,
Tokyo Ghoul.
Tokyo Ghoul, yeah. I swear that's just Red Riding Hood.
This I'm fairly certain is from.
Alucard?
Yeah. What's that? Helsing.
Helsing, that's it. Yeah, Helsing.
Jesus.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, we were thinking the same thing. I was just
Yeah,
trying
and
to remember the name of
Gilgamesh
it.
and
Yeah, and then but this is my team right here, so
Okay.
I guess it's 6.
Makes
And,
sense.
Yeah, I think this is an original character.
That wouldn't shock me. Or it probably does, I don't know. They do take a lot of people.
But yeah, no, all of them are copies of other people, so I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, like
Dingy. Good old Dingy.
Yeah.
Denise.
that was what made me go, wait, are these all just ripoffs? And then I looked at all of them and I was like,
And they are.
oh, they are. I knew some of these were kind of similar, but like,
But they're just rip-offs.
Fucking Goku.
yeah.
Goku. Yeah. But yeah, so that's what we're all playing, video game-wise. Bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, the Idol Devils game, beat that.
Good.
Yep, it's a similar kind of game. Art style is immensely better.
Good. We like that.
Mm-hmm.
We're all still playing Magic.
Playing Magic the Gathering.
Heck yeah. Squirrel Deck's fun. I can't wait to put that into more go-throughs.
I'm building an Angel deck.
You're building an Angel deck. I don't know if Wayne's working towards anything or
He's got a deck.
He's got his Offsprings deck. Pretty cool.
Yeah, pre-con.
Pre-con, yeah. I mean, my scroll deck's a pre-con. I am going to tamper with a tiny bit, but first I gotta finish my monkey deck, my Kibo.
Yeah.
Infinite Banana works. I'm doing it.
Hell
I
yeah.
am 100% in doing that. Why? I think that'd be the
Funny.
funniest play ever.
We gave the monkey a gun. Why? Funny.
Funny. Magic good though.
Mm-hmm.
Aether Drift's not as bad as people are saying. I don't mind it. The vehicles aren't my favorite thing ever.
Oh, people are upset with Aether Drift.
Yeah, it's just they say they lean too hard on the vehicles, and vehicles is something a lot of people just don't care for. So they did lean a bit too hard, and the speed system is jank to say the least.
Fair.
And that's what they lean most of their cards into is those two systems. They have some that don't have to do with those, but for the most part, those two systems is what's being used. And they also have the exhaust system, so I do like the exhaust system. I want to figure out how to play around it. I guess to explain to people, vehicles need a crew to actually do stuff, I believe. So you need to put monsters inside of the vehicle for the vehicle to do its thing. Typically, the vehicle's not as good as just unless you're using like 1/1 tokens to man it. And then the speed system. Anytime you play a card that can start speed, you'll get a speed counter. Your speed counter goes up by 1 per turn. And once it reaches 4, you get the effect of what you're supposed to get for your speed. So it takes 4 turns for your monsters to get to what they're supposed to have for their power, which is annoying. In the exhaust system, you get an ability that you can activate only once, and it's typically a very strong ability. I do know there is at least one card that makes it so if you have not played an exhaust this turn, you can play an exhaust that has already been played previously. So it lets you replay your exhausts. So that can be really cool. How I'm going to build a deck around that, I have no idea. Because I know there's one goblin I want to play that has an exhaust effect of I pay 10 mana plus I think red and a white as well. So I think I have to pay like 12 mana. And if I do, I can play anything from my hand for free. And I don't mean like just one card. I mean, I can play however much I want for free. So if I have draw, I can draw and then play those. I can just play my entire round is free. And I'm like, that's super cool.
It's a Balatro.
It's a Balatro. So I would like to be able to do that. I don't know how well that would happen. It would probably suck. But I do want to do it at least once.
I don't think I've ever had that much mana before.
Right? Infinite mana loops. I don't want to do that either. That sounds But like just being able to be like, I do this and now I can play whatever the heck I want is kind of cool. But it's only from your hand. I don't think you can activate abilities that cost mana on the field. It doesn't give you infinite mana. It just says you can play your hand for free.
Okay.
And there are other exhaust abilities, but that's like the one I wanted to play with. But other than that, I like the pre-con I got from it, the zombie one. It was kind of cool.
Hell yeah.
The other one looks cool too.
The living energies.
Yeah, I'd switch commanders, but
yeah, I should switch my commanders in my my squirrel deck from Hazel to Chatterfang. I I don't know. Hazel just lets me do some funky stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't looked at what my second.
What your secondary commander is?
Never mind. I think I did because I looked at the upgrade list thing and suggestion and.
That's what they suggested, to switch to the other commander.
No, get rid of it.
Oh, get rid of the other commander.
Yeah.
Oh, so he probably doesn't run tokens then. So they say lean into your tokens. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like Arthur something.
Oh, Arthur would be your other commander? The haste mouse that causes stuff to flood to the field?
Think so.
That makes sense. Yeah, I can see you getting rid of that. It lets you bring out a really strong monster, but then it goes back to your hand.
Yeah. I don't like temporary stuff.
Yeah. I mean, half the decks I play with tokens make the tokens temporary. It's kind of funny.
Like, it's different sacrificing stuff, because then you're still using the thing. I don't like it, like, oh...
Play this as one turn to attack and then it goes away again? Yeah. No, that's yeah. That was a good sentence by me right there.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's yeah.
No, that's yeah.
Oh, my God.
Angel deck I'm building is going to be a majority counters. There's going to be some things that make tokens, though. And then the tokens are going to get counters.
Yeah.
And it's all just about flooding the field.
And getting big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people have told me, turn 2, just rename turn 2 to play your commander.
Your commander comes out on turn 2?
Yep.
That's cool.
Isn't your commander Miku?
Yeah.
Going to be, yeah. He's singing Miku.
And then you can tap the commander for a mana. So then that gives you a big boost early on.
Yeah.
And then the idea is to play around the fact that you're just going to be tapping your commander for mana.
Yeah.
So always have an extra mana. And then flooding the field with really strong angels. They get stronger. And they play
so
off
basically
each
you're playing an extra land as your commander.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
That also boosts the angels by giving them 1/1 or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it won't be blue.
So happy.
Yeah. Until we need someone to counter someone, and then
White has counters.
I do
not
have
as much.
I did make sure I put as many as I could, and that was even because of stuff that's happened. Like, I just know.
You have to have reactions. You have
Exactly.
to have answers. At the end of the day, that is magic.
Yep, just gotta have a bunch of answers, and I will make sure.
See, it's funny. I always seem to gravitate towards putting exiles in my deck. Destroys and exiles. So with you and me together, it's just we have everything covered. If something slips through you, I'm just going to destroy it.
And that's good. Man, I love counterspell.
I did find out there's some gnarly cards in blue. There's 2 of them specifically that I want to avoid at all costs. So remember,
Tell me about them.
Remember when you played against Chris and you turned one, or you hit one of his monsters and made it a beast?
Yeah.
There's a specific blue one that it's an not an equipment. I think it's an enchantment aura. But you put it on a monster and they lose all their abilities, but they turn into a 1/1 frog or something.
Oh.
So that doesn't get rid of it. That doesn't delete it. It doesn't destroy it. It literally keeps it on the field, but makes it this. You can do that to people's commanders.
I have a card in my vampire deck that makes someone lose their abilities and turns them into a 1/1 civilian.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. It immediately makes me look at it and be like, I need to destroy this enchantment. What's even funnier is I'm pretty positive you can do an equipment to somebody. So if you ran Lightning Greaves, you could equip that to that thing and give it Shroud so they cannot target that monster and get rid of that stuff.
Can't they just use it to attack something and get it?
Yeah, they can use it to attack, and then people are like, I'm not blocking your monster and giving you that back. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Please, hit me for 1/1.
They've got to token the crap out of that thing.
Yes.
In order to make someone go, okay, I'll block it. Or counter the crap. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. Yeah, I saw that. I laughed. I was immediately like, yeah, I can see someone wanting to play this.
I do have Lightning Greaves in my Miku deck.
It's a good one.
It is a really good one.
Because the second I saw what Shroud did, I was like, you could really mess with people.
Well, I'm using this one for self-preservation.
What? Shroud is horrible for self-preservation. It's just worse hexproof.
It can't be targeted.
By you either.
Correct. I don't have anything I need to target my fucking... What is it? I think my commander does 1/1.
Yeah.
So it's literally going to be useless other than using it as a mana. Granted, that also means
But
I'm
that
not going
means
to be doing commander damage either.
it also does mean that, like, if you have a thing that says untap target creature, you can't untap your commander. You'd have to untap a land, so same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, oh no.
Where's all the fun though?
And I mean, true. I could use it and equip it to someone else.
I say this as a decent amount of my decks look to run Lightning Greaves for some reason or another, and I don't know why.
Because it's good.
Lightning Boots are better. I think they're called Lightning Boots. They just give hexproof, and I'm like, that's all I need. Just give me hexproof.
I think it's because of the haste that Lightning
Yeah.
Boots gives.
Lightning Boots give haste and hexproof instead of haste shroud.
Card more expensive?
I don't know. I'll need to look into it and see why.
What's
I mean,
the
there
coloring?
are reasons for Shroud. Again, I think Shroud is played more as an offensive thing to like say I put enchantment on Wayne that makes it so if this as long as this monster's alive, every upkeep Wayne takes 2 health points, and I slap a Shroud on him and say have fun. Because Wayne can't get rid of that now. If I'm right. I might be speaking wrong. You might still be able to target enchantments that are on the monster. I don't know. I'd have to look into this. Talk to my expert, Jose.
I think you could still target the enchantment.
Yeah. So then you can't shroud the frog that you crafted with the blue.
Because I have some monsters that have shroud on them.
Shroud is horrible.
Well, it was great for me when we were playing because
that thing couldn't be targeted.
Yeah. All the shit that was happening, nothing could target it.
Yeah. Like I'm saying, it's just worse hexproof. Shroud is great. Hexproof as a mechanic is great. But it is just worse hexproof. Just like First Strike is just worse double strike. First Strike is still great. But it is worse. So Shroud is great. It just has its downsides.
Right.
Wayne... We were slightly wrong. You haven't started towards it yet, but you do have a deck you're looking into.
Yeah.
Spiders.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, when Wayne showed me his spider deck, I was slightly miffed because...
I would get rid of the poison encounter.
That wasn't my biggest issue. Like, that is horrifying. I don't like that. But his commander gives all spiders freaking, what is it? Warding 2.
And Death Touch.
Death Touch. Was there a third? I thought there was a third one.
There might be a
third.
third.
Death Touch
Menace?
is nasty.
What was it?
Was it Menace?
Was it Menace? I can't remember. I thought there was 3. I know for sure it was Death Touch and Warding 2. So I'm sitting here like, you realize that, like, your deck is going to be a nightmare for us to navigate.
That's why I was like, I don't know if other spiders you control have Death Touch and Ward too.
Okay. So, yeah. So, like...
That's awesome.
Yeah. We can't, like, in order to hit him with a spell, you have to pay 2 extra.
Yep.
So it makes that a problem. Death Touch does have ways around it. So First Strike counters Death Touch. Because First Strike hits before the enemy, so he doesn't get to technically hit, so it dies. So you can counter it with stuff like that.
It also makes food.
Dude, I love stuff that plays around like food and whatnot. But yeah, food is good.
Wild.
And each like card like generates spider tokens.
Yes. No, that deck looks scary. I would like Wayne to get that.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you right now, that's gonna be a nightmare if we don't have first strikers or double strikers. Because I'm sitting here like, having to pay 2 extra to get rid of a monster is rough. Or we're just have to chunk block and just trade card for card every single time.
Well, not if someone has a goblin deck with infinite goblins.
True. But I mean, I still have to use some of those goblins to kill the spiders.
True.
And then I get infinite food.
And then he gets food for the spiders. Because we're killing so much monsters, yes.
So is that an infinite that just goes on forever?
Not technically infinite.
So you're just sending goblins infinitely and he's just gaining life infinitely?
Yes.
Okay.
He has to pay 2 mana for that life.
Oh. Well, then that means you win.
Yeah. I would out-goblin his spiders, trust me.
Goblin D's nuts.
Exactly. But the spider, like I said, those spiders get Death Touch and Warding kind of creep me out. I'm sitting like, bruh,
but
please
Death
calm
Touch don't
down.
matter to 1/1 tokens.
No, they're going to die anyways.
Exactly.
That's why you flood them over there.
That's what I mean. That's why I'm like, that's why the goblins would be perfect for it.
Token flood would work against it, although it gives them a lot of food. The answer to that is first strike or double strike. That is the answer.
What does Indestructible work?
Indestructible also counters,
Okay.
yes. Because if you're indestructible, you can't be destroyed by Death Touch.
Okay.
So that also works. Regeneration also works, but typically regeneration comes at a mana cost.
If I had this, it would go crazy, like out on the
Whenever a
field.
creature you control with Death Touch deals combat damage to a player, put that many counters on that creature.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, you have to deal
misread
combat
it.
damage.
Yeah.
If it's inter-combat, that would be a little gnarly. But yeah, you'd need to...
I thought it was deal damage.
But with that,
to...
that does work, though, because that means we now have a choice. We have to block and lose our cards, so
Or give
you
me a
don't get the
counter.
counters, or you start building counters. That is still a good card, it puts ultimatums in our head.
Yikes.
Yeah. Like I said, your spiders are scary. But, yeah. So that, we're all building, or looking at building one of the two, different decks.
Yeah.
I'm looking at building way too many.
I specifically have one, and I'm going to work on that one
Heck
until it is
done.
Perfect.
Good. That's the way to do it. What bracket? Are you going to leave it in bracket 3, or are you going to consider eventually moving it into a higher tier
It's staying in 3.
and staying in 3? Good. That's
That
where I
is-
like to play too.
That is where,
That's where the fun is for us.
in my opinion, the most fun is.
We're the troglodytes that like to play a 3-hour game of Swing Big Monster.
Yes.
Or Lotta Monster.
Well, one, it's fun just to be able to hang out. We're talking, having a good time. If I wanted to play a 2-minute match, I'd play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. I like playing Yu-Gi-Oh, but I like playing old school Yu-Gi-Oh that did also take 3 hours. So,
Like,
I still think Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon was badass.
it was kind of cool.
I have like 6 of those.
Yeah. I like the slower Magic. I like the again, brackets 2, brackets 3.
We should be
once
running
you
bracket 1.
right. Let's make awful decks that should have no reason to exist.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I see the appeal. I can see where people get the appeal to 4 and 5s. Where with your infinites, with your starting to play more of a as we would put it, a dick game. But at the end of the day, there are people that play these, and their enjoyment comes from playing these hard things, these like crazy high things to win. Every time we go into a match, I'm going in fully expecting to lose. If I win, that's cool, but I'm going into, most likely, I'm looking at losing by having fun doing it.
I am going in with the expectation of just talking and having a fun time. I don't give a shit who wins.
Yeah, I don't care who wins. But that's what I'm doing. Every time. Every single time. Go in, have some fun, most likely lose. If I win, that's kind of cool. But I do intentionally try to weaken my decks every single time. Like, if I feel like something was a little too outrageous, for instance, my Krenko Sting play, I was like, okay, 127 tokens in one go of rounds is a little obscene.
That was awesome.
It was cool. There was so many Goblin Maids on the field, but at the same time, I'm sitting here like, maybe I remove Sting.
Answer to goblins.
Put X 1/2 green spider creature tokens with reach on the battlefield where X is the number of creatures attacking you. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn by non-spiders. So you is that an instant?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a good answer, because I would say if that was an enchantment or whatever, or if that wasn't coming out, I literally just wouldn't attack you. I would use this because I think I have 2 or 3 spells that deal X damage based on the number of creatures you have. Like what I was going to do to Jose. Yeah. So like I'd just literally answer you with that instead. I'd be like, all right, I'm not going to attack you. I'm just going to fire some goblin mortars at you instead.
Well, knowing that card's in the deck, you could still
do that. Yeah.
Fire them anyways that way.
Yeah. I wouldn't play around that knowledge, though. Typically, I will try to play around what's your commander do, and what are your win cons? Because I do like to, people say my win cons are typically this.
That's true. I do, actually, I'm going to have a win con in my deck. It's in my maybe pile right now.
Okay.
But Jacob was strongly urging me to go for it, because I do have life gen.
Yeah.
There's a card that I play that if I have, I think, 10 over the starting life,
okay, so 50.
I win the game.
Bruh, gross.
And then I also have a card that's Platinum Angel, where while that card's on the field, I can't lose and you can't win.
That's also gross.
So I can have negative life and I still wouldn't lose.
That's gross.
And you couldn't win.
That's gross.
None of us could. No one's winning until that card. And then guess what? You put hexproof or shroud or something on it.
I'll find ways around it.
And it's like, well,
there are ways around it.
We're gonna sit here while he's doing his infinite. Then.
Yeah, because remember, hexproof and shroud do not block area of effect. It only blocks targeted.
Yes.
So it would have to be a board wipe, but that could happen.
So what happens in Chris's instance when he plays an infinite that bounces and drains your life?
You go down infinite, he goes up infinite, but he has to end it at some point. So he has to name a number. He can name whatever number he wants. But at that point, it becomes how far can you drag it on by protecting this monster? Because you can beat him by decking him out.
Yeah, that's true. Bro, do you got anything that can target this guy? No? All right, then you're going to deck out. Come on, let's go.
Let's start playing. That would be funny.
Oh, man. But yeah, so I have that, and I have the angel card that lets me win by having 50 health. So it might be 55, like that.
I will tell you, none of mine have hard win cons like that, like just flat say that, or hard prevent lose cons. Almost all of my decks have a I've hit critical mass. Mm. So, like, for instance, my monkey deck, I have a win con in there, and that would be Vandal Blast. I create a whole bunch of mana tokens on your guys' field, whatnot, continue that. I play Vandal Blast, kick it, so it does every artifact that isn't on my side of the field is wiped. That gives my monkeys counters, and that gives them a lot of counters. So that is a win con in my deck. That is a quick win con in my deck. But that's not a, I play this and I literally won. You guys can still have answers.
Yeah.
Like, if I, for some reason, couldn't have swung at you guys that turn for whatever reason, I just have really big monsters on the field. Yeah. You guys could stop that. So I don't have a guaranteed win con in that. My vampires don't have a guaranteed win con. It's just, with vampires, odds are very good. I'm going to have a decent amount of vampires on the field that have a lot of abilities. And they have a decent amount of counters, so they're just really hard to get rid of.
Okay.
So I'm going to win via just oppression.
Right.
Squirrels, I need to play it more to figure out the win cons. From what I can tell, my win cons are token flood.
So, with that being said, do win cons
kick a bracket up?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Not typically. Unless they are counted as game changer win cons. Which some are, some aren't. Because, at the end of the day, you do have, that card that says you can't lose and we can't win. I guarantee you there are so many cards in the world that counter that card.
I mean, you could just counterspell.
Yeah, counterspell it. I assume it's an enchantment.
No, it's a monster.
It's a monster. Even easier.
Yeah.
The amount of like cards you like. I think
it's
there are
an
more
artifact
cards.
creature. So
Yeah. So there are more cards that target creatures than like any other types. Yeah, like.
And it's also an artifact. So like.
Yeah, so I can target artifacts or creatures. Yeah. So again, I don't think that's a game changer. It does good stuff.
Yeah.
But it's super easy to target.
Or what about the 50 health you win?
That has to be counterspell because I'm pretty positive that's an instant or a sorcery. It might be an enchantment. We'd have to look at it.
Yeah, we'd have to look at it.
But it's, again, counter spells. I assume you're going to play that when you have that, so it's going to have to be a counter spell. But we'd have to look at it and see if it's a banned card. Well, I don't think it's banned. I don't think it's counter.
No, it's not banned because Mox would tell me.
Yeah, so we'd have to look at it. I don't think it's anything important. If it is, Tier 3 decks...
It's a cheap card, so it can't be that important.
Yeah.
That's just the way I see it.
And again, Tier 3 decks typically, from what Magic said, because we are going by their bracket system, Tier 3 decks typically can have a range of 1 to 7 game changers in it. Okay. Like, Jose plays in our bracket, and he's a very advocate for playing in that bracket. Some of his decks have tutors in it, and I think almost all tutors are considered game changers.
Okay.
They have their own, talk points on them.
Yeah.
So, you can have some. Depending on the card, I typically try to avoid it. Like, in I want to say it was my fairy deck, I had one game changer that was destroy all creatures that aren't on your side of the board. I'm like, that's just an unfun game changer. I board wipe everyone specifically that isn't me. Like, I know there are other ones that say destroy all non-vampires and whatnot, but this one was specifically destroy anything that isn't yours. And like, that's a little extreme.
Yeah.
So I removed that because I'm like, that's no big deal. I promise you, this is a blue card. I can find other blue cards that destroy at a more fair rate. Yeah. I promise you I can, so I don't need to play that. One of my decks, I think it was my Goblin deck, had the One Ring in it, and that's considered a game changer. It's like, bro, I can find me another card that gives me card draw. I don't need the One Ring in my deck. So, like, on those, I'll do it. On some of them, like, my zombie deck that's on Untap. So not the one I have in person, but the one that's on Untap. It has a game changer card that every time you guys play a spell, any sort, if you don't pay, I think, 2 or 3 mana extra, I get a treasure token.
Oh, cool.
And I also have... That is the game changer card in my deck. That is the only one in there. There is another card I have that is an enchantment. If I have 10 treasures or more, I win the game.
Oh, okay.
So that would be the combo I would go for. There's a win con there's a hard win con in the deck. But the reason the one is a game changer is because I don't think you have to pay to tap a treasure for its effect. Mm-hmm. So that would make it so if you guys aren't willing to pay 3 mana extra to play literally everything you play, I just amass infinite. I want to say treasure is mana.
Oh, okay. So
every time you guys play something, and I'm assuming you're not going to pay the extra, I get mana for free. From everybody.
I mean, unless if I'm playing like my landfall deck or something, I don't care. 2 mana's nothing.
Yeah. So like your landfall deck, after it's going, you're like, yeah, I'm going to pay that extra 2 or 3. I don't care. I only had 1 or 2 plays I was going to do this turn anyway, so whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But someone like for Wayne's deck, where he's using all his mana every single turn.
Right.
I don't like. He's even playing a deck where he already has to do that. So. Because of his offspring, so like he wouldn't exactly be wanting to do that.
Right.
So, yeah, like that would be very oppressive to him. It wouldn't be oppressive to him. It'd be very great for me.
Right.
It'd be like he'd play a handful, like he'd like play 2 or 3 monsters, and I all of a sudden have 3 free extra mana for my next turn.
I'll be right back. I gotta
go. Abrupt ending.
Bye.
Talk to you guys later.
Yeah. Bye. Talk to you later.
H-bomb out.